The Pankhurst Centre represents the fight for women's equality. It was the venue for the first WSPU meeting, but ultimately it became a home for people to come together, to learn, explore and further the fight for women's equality through the 1980s, 1990s and 2000s. The Rooms of Our Own project tells this story for a new audience.
We were hired to creatively respond to the archive.
Using our own voices mixed with the voices of the people that we've read about to create something new.
The Pankhurst Centre launched the 400 Club in order to raise the 40 grand needed to repay back the loan from the Architectural Heritage Fund. So they asked 400 people for £100. These could be public figures or just people that were fighting for the cause. When they asked for the money, they asked for people to nominate a name that could be then put on a chain which was hung around the Pankhurst Centre.
We were inspired by this idea because we loved the imagery of the chains around the building because it linked to the suffragettes, and also the idea of collective action being stronger than individuals. So that's kind of what inspired our project in the end. We decided to ask a certain question and collect responses. We did this both through letters, like with the original 400 Club, and we also went out on the streets and interviewed people, getting them all to write on slips of paper their answer.
We really wanted to try and grasp a range of responses to our question, is the fight over?
I don't think it will be ever over, unfortunately. The media likes to push both sides of the argument that both sides are facing inequalities so much that no one will ever agree to work together, and everybody thinks they're the victim, so nobody will really work with the other side to fix the problem.
Toxic ideas about gender still exist. And if we don't actively acknowledge the legacy of the suffragettes and progress that was made, I fear it might go backwards. Gender is still considered in the binary sense of male and female too, and it is still used as a weapon to control, dominate and limit us. I hope that public education around gender will continue to improve.
Far more needs to be done. The fight is by no means over. If anything, it never ended or should never have. The gap remains there and is a real one.
There's still a long way to go. There still exist inequalities in terms of organisational structures and society norms, which really needs a reform.
I think that the argument for gender equality is far from over. We are all equal.
There's still a lot to do to ensure that women have equal investment in their health and their well-being, pay, opportunities in life, aspirations for life, childcare expectations. The list just goes on and on and on. We need to keep up the conversation and the pressure for positive change, so thank you for helping to do that.
Can such an issue ever be resolved and at rest? Surely continued push, pull and dialogue is inevitable, and a slow formation of new shapes and interactions recycled and anew.
In the aftermath of Roe v Wade being overturned and the number of murders in recent years, it's more important than ever to recognise the need for the fight and keep pushing.
It's not over as long as people like Andrew Tate and people who follow him exist. We will never stop being oppressed by men.
The fight for gender equality does not have a set end. It is a conversation that is ever changing, a series of action and reaction that will always continue. This is a good thing. It means our ideas of gender and equality are not static ones. They're living, changing things. It's a fire that will never go out.
Is the fight over?
No?
No.
Well, no, I don't even know where to start.
Not nearly.
No, I don't think it will be ever over, unfortunately.
No, my response is no.
No, 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 no.
We received some responses both by email and by post, and we're going to use these responses to form part of the chain.
This is the start.
Does it have to be a fight?
There are plenty of institutions like the police force that have embedded sexist attitudes. No, hashtag trans lives matter.
It's not over because I don't know where to start.
Where is the vagina graffiti?
No, there's always more we can do.
Women don't feel safe walking alone after dark.
No, because is there equality?
Entwined at the roots. A greater equality of power when in a group, merging together. A gang of hard-hatted girls, their symbiotic tether stronger as a collective, turning over the topsoil of experience and perspective. It's the women with a little or a lot breaking the asphalt, and the building that was gutted before it could be rebuilt, reduced to rubble and rot, its foundations held firm and still. An overgrowth obscuring before the land could be tilled, and the garden could rise, slowly, leaf by leaf, but synchronised. Then all at once, roots entwined.
Just sitting there just telling you, you can hear it all, mate.